Welcome to the Top Gun Show. Today we have two of our really cool, long-tenured TPXers on the line here. Michael Starr, who is the senior project manager. He's been with TPX for 7 or plus years. Jennifer Doherty is the customer project manager for Premier Accounts. And Jennifer's been around since she was 12, right? I mean, about 20 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's great. Glad to have you both on. And what we want, this is a big win for TPX, for the indirect channel. We had a customer, through this coronavirus situation come to us, and we did some amazing things for them. And I just wanted to highlight it, interview you both on the Top Gun Show. So welcome. You will now be famous because you're on the Top Gun Show.
Thank you.
So, Michael, why don't you start? Tell a little bit about the customer. Don't name any names, but talk about the customer, and how they came to the forefront.
I'll start. So the customer is a large call center environment with 150 call center employees. And then I believe due to the coronavirus pandemic, they had the need to get everybody working from home as soon as possible. I believe they started talking to the sales team on Friday afternoon, and the sales team was able to get a close and made some promises, and we got the orders in provisioning on Monday morning.
Wow, that's amazing. I won't promise that we'll do that in every circumstance, but it's amazing that we can pull that off in that kind of a time. So contact center, 150 people. What was our solution for them?
So the best solution that we have right now that allows us to be very flexible is the UCX solution, where we can provide UCX clients, which we all are kind of working on now that we're all home. So Mike came to me and said, hey, do you want to work this with me? We have an opportunity to get this customer up in a day if you can help me. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. So we were able to set them up on UCX clients and try to simulate their call center. We knew we wouldn't be able to turn their call center around in one day, but we could at least set up the UCX clients and our UCX solution, our managed services solutions, in order to mimic what they have, so we could tie the two together. So we had a conversation with the customer and said, let's talk about what your solution needs to be. And Mike and I brainstormed and got them up and running.
That's amazing. What hurdles did you have to overcome? Like, what were the tactical things you had to do in order to get them up and running? And you actually did training as well, right? In that amount of time. So training was one of the obstacles, but what were some of the other hurdles you had to jump over?
Well, we kind of pulled the order out of the typical assembly line production that we normally do with a customer, where every team touches it and does their part and keeps it moving forward. We basically pulled it out of there, and with Jen's expertise, we were able to kind of, build the whole thing ourselves, and just to do it as quickly as possible. Some of the other factors were getting it tied into the customer's existing infrastructure so that they could keep their existing call center queues, options that, customer dial, hit 2 for this option, and it reroutes through to our solution. So we had a few different challenges in that regard, getting their group set up. But we were able to get it done, and Jen and I tag teamed it till 8 or 9 p.m. and we're able to get the customers' logins out to them in time for training the following morning.
Amazing. What would the normal course take to do what you did? Like what you said, you pulled it out of the normal production cycle. How long normally does that take without the special hands-on of you two?
It really isn't that long, Jen. It's only probably it's like 3 or 4 days, maybe 5 business days to give the teams the proper chance to get phone numbers assigned, get assets assigned. I think it's probably 5 business days.
Yeah, Mike and I are more on the upfront where we coordinate everything. We don't really get into the weeds of the design and stuff like that. So we're normally trying to coordinate a call with our voice specialist, and making sure that they're the ones that are doing the design. They're the ones that also do the build into our BroadSoft. I've been lucky enough to have a little bit of that experience when we did the migration. So we were able to kind of use Mike's expertise, my expertise, and kind of bridge it together to make sure that we could do this on our own. I'm lucky that I have people that could reach out to you and say, hey, I need to get this done. This is this is what I've ran into. Can you help? And we're just lucky that we have teams that are willing to let us do this type of stuff and, step outside the box a little bit to get our customer installed and happy.
Yeah, that's a great point. I've seen this over and over again in the couple of months that I've joined TPX as a sales director, that, even though we have 1,600 plus employees, we're really a small company. Like, we know where to go to get stuff done. And you guys are a great example of that. I'm sure that you each got, like a $50,000 bonus check in the mail for that one? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and close the show here. Thanks again for joining us, telling the story of what you did for one of our customers. Thank you for your hard work, and I'm proud to be on the same team with you. Thanks again for being on the Top Gun Show, and thanks for watching, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve.